Hey guys, welcome to a new episode. This week I find myself in Sea Island, Georgia. The RSM Classic is happening this week, and your boy got a late call up on the weekend. On Saturday they said, Dill, would you like to play a PGA Tour event? And I was thinking, yeah, that sounds pretty good. I'm gonna head over. I headed over here yesterday. You would have seen the footage. Easy trip from Austin, non-stop flight to Jacksonville, about an hour drive up here. Super simple in terms of travel from what I've been used to on the European Tour this whole season, so I'm glad about that. And today we have a fun-filled day. I'm going to head to the course now shortly. I've already done some mental tapes, so started on the right track there, had a little breakfast. I'll probably find another breakfast by the time I go to the golf course later. But we got tons of things to do. We're going to head out on the golf course. I've got two courses this week, the Plantation course at Sea Island and also the Seaside course. So I'm going to try to play 9 holes on each today, get used to both conditions, make sure everything is squared away and solid there. A little bit of practice before probably. Going to see a physio at some point. Going to warm up. We're going to take you around, show you all those different things we get up to today. And this is going to be quite an in-depth one. So I hope you guys enjoy the journey with me today. And we're looking forward to a great week. The weather is actually looking pretty solid too. I know I always comment about the weather, but kind of dictates my emotions throughout a tournament, as you guys can imagine, from a rain, wind, all those tough things. But off to the course now, and come along guys, you'll have some fun today. This entrance to the course is really cool. I think they try to have a little Augusta feel to it here. You got these beautiful trees, Spanish moss falling out of them. Yeah, kind of sets the scene for the week, because the golf courses are quite pretty too. One course is inland, that would be the Plantation course. You see a lot of trees and a lot of water hazards, and then the other one, Seaside, is literally on the seaside, so you got a bit more water in play. It's a lot tougher. I think the course is probably a 1.5 shots difference in average, so 2 different tests. But today I'm going to have to figure out a few little things. I have not made the cut here in a few years, so it's time I figure that out and have a good week. But I've got my caddy Zach here. He's going to get the bag ready. That's another thing we'll do. We'll go through my locker today, show you everything that's in there. And then I've got my friend Cory. Cory's the stats man. He's going to be there for the second 9, or the Seaside 9, this afternoon, and he'll be able to show me all the things he's discovered through the Twirling stats. And yeah, here we are, Sea Island Golf Club. Beautiful spot. Wind's not blowing, so I'm ready to get a lot of work in today. All right, folks, I'm ready. I just had like a 2-hour physio sesh with my man Aki Tajima. He moved from Austin to Palm Beach, and now he's the Golf Supreme physio. So he got me squared away. I'm ready to go. The sun is out. Hey, what's up, Josh? How are you? We're gonna do some putting first. Putting green right here, chipping green right there, and then driving range is just behind. But it's probably an hour and a half on this little area before we head to the range. I'm trying to let everyone get out on the golf course first so that I can have it all to myself this afternoon. That's the goal. All right, guys, we finished with the preamble to the driving range. Zach, how do you think I did on the putting? Were we okay there?
Putting was dialed.
I made like 3 45 footers, so we're solid there. Not to say I'm going to make everything this week, but chipping was pretty easy too. Just got used to the ground conditions. I've been in Austin, Texas for the last 3 weeks, so haven't seen this type of grass, haven't seen this, so I just have to get the feel there. Putting was just getting used to the feel and the speed. I'll do a few more putts on the golf course to get dialed in, but it's pretty simple when it comes to these 2 areas. On the range now, it might be a little more technical, but either way, it's more of a warm-up and we head to the golf course. What have we decided today? We're going to do back 9 on both courses, right?
Back 9 on both.
Okay, so 10 through 18 Plantation, 10 through 18 on the Seaside course, and you'll have the honor again of seeing Cory Jez, my stats guy, when we go to Seaside. So loving this weather, but I forgot my sleeves. We got to go get some sleeves. That's the one thing. He's keeping his jersey on. I'm getting my sleeves, and you guys will catch us in a little bit. So you'll notice today's pretty low key. I'm just trying to loosen up, hit some balls, get on the golf course. There's not too much technical stuff going on. You'll see some coaches in the background here working with guys. Some guys like to get in the weeds. I do not. I try and keep it simple. get the body moving, get used to the conditions on the ground, and go play some golf. That's what today's for. The last 2 weeks has been the grinding, the mental work, the physical work, and then all the technical stuff with my coach back in Austin. So I like to think that all that work will pay off during the tournament, and I don't need to do the last minute cramming and worrying and trying to take care of little things. So we'll hit a few irons. I hit some wedges earlier, hit some mid irons. Now we're getting into the long irons, smash a few drivers before we go, and then we're gonna try to squeeze in 18 holes on 2 different golf courses. So it might be a little bit challenging, but sun is fast approaching, 5:25 sundown. It's now about 1:45. So it's going to be a tight squeeze, but I want that course to myself so I can fly around and not stand on each tee box and fairway and take a whole bunch of time to play. So we are now at the 11th hole, guys. This is a very tough hole on a relatively easy golf course. As I said, the Plantation course is 1.5 shots probably, Zach, easier than the Seaside course. 228 yards to this back right pin right now. Wind hard off the left, maybe a little bit into. So I've got a 3-iron, which is my 230 club. I'm gonna try and fight this wind a little bit. It's gonna hurt the wind, land 10 yards short of the pin, and as it's falling, it should fall back to the right. So you'll see a little double, probably a little double shape here, as long as I can execute properly. Go, baby. That's a fine shot. 30, 35 feet away, we'll take that. To be honest, I don't have many good memories after missing, I think, the last 3 cuts. It's a unique tournament. I think RSM is a tournament that guys love coming to, and it sort of has this fun, homey feel, kind of like Thanksgiving time now, Christmas. It almost matches the season of the year. I've played in so many tournaments now, I kind of have my routines and I have my goals, but to extrapolate them and explain what I'm looking for on the course today, I'd say the main thing is just getting used to the ground conditions, to see how quick the greens are rolling, to see how the club's going through the grass in the fairway and the fringe areas and the rough around the green, and just understanding what a certain shot is going to do to the ball. So hit a 3-iron into the screen here. Okay, it landed 10 short of where it finished, so I know 3-iron trajectory is going to roll out about 10 yards, and I'll store that in my head. Besides that, there's not much else. The course hasn't changed. The Seaside course has a few bunkers that they've changed, but for now it's literally just getting used to these conditions. You can drop me off in any golf course around the world, and with a good yardage book I should be able to figure out the layout. But understanding what the grass does to the ball, how much spin it's going to have, how firm the greens are. Sometimes even on a green like this, you can see there's a valley down the middle here. It's going to be way softer and wetter in the middle because the water funnels down there, so that soil is going to be wetter. The 2 banks on the side are going to be firmer. So when I hit that 3-iron in here during the tournament, I know pitches in the middle, it may only go 7 yards for it. Pitches on either bank, it's going to go 10 or more. So there's little things like that that you can see shots do. It helps to play with other players. You see more shots coming into the green. Today I'm on my own because, as I said, I want to get through this quickly. I want to do 18 holes in about 4 hours. So giving up the company just to get some time on my side. Okay, what do we have? East? Northeast?
East, northeast.
Okay, 330 through the fairway. Downwind, so driver might be a bit too much here, but the wind, as you see, is showing me right to left. My driver is a left to right shape. My mini driver is a right to left shape. So I'm going to choose to hit a soft driver here, fade it so that the wind can hold it, and therefore it's going to slow the ball down because it's fighting the wind. It's going to keep it short of that 330 run out. Hopefully put on a good line here. Zach, where do you want it to finish if I'm going like 310 total distance?
Finish like on these 2 trees. See those 2
Okay, so 5-10 yards right of the little overhanging branch.
It's gotta be on that wooden area or just left of it.
Okay, got you. This is an aggressive play because in the tournament the wind is actually forecast the other way. It's going to be back into us. So just for familiarity, I'm going to hit a driver as well, feel normal come Thursday when I face this tee shot. Might be cutting it a little fine, but I think it's good. Alrighty, we've got a nice visual for you guys here. 86 yards to the flag, but there is a massive right to left slope just left of that pin. So the US flag behind the clubhouse is where I'm aiming. Hit it way down here, but this is actually not an easy shot off a downslope, downwind. Should be able to figure this out. One hop and then stop. Oh, that skipped right towards the US flag, but hole height, that should be good. All right, let's try and make it. This is a crazy pin. They just stuck this on a little crown here. If I manage to miss the hole, this ball's going to roll about 6 feet by. That gives us a nice knife edge to work with. Let's see. Oh wow, this is really crazy. It's almost just a little putt-putt fun hole, but we're going to make it anyway. Okay, kept it close. Crazy pin, but easy hole. I won't typically finish a hole like that in a practice round. I'll usually hit a couple extra shots, but today, as I say, we're trying to keep it lighthearted and quick. I'll putt a few now to see this pin. Always a left pin on this hole. They stick it down there. It's a tough one to get to, so I'll roll some balls down the hill here just to see if I miss it to this side. It's quite a tough speed test with a putt, so see how it rolls up. Try and put that in the memory bank too. Hopefully that doesn't roll by the hole, because I've gone at this pin, I've plugged it in the bunker once, you hit a great shot and you're still like 20 feet behind it.
Preferably I'd want to be like on the right half of the fairway.
Oh, that's good speed, dude, well done. What's the run out like halfway on that tree basically, like here probably?
Like which tree? Like kind of like that. The first
one, just the one you have there, yeah, 163, 250, is that run through?
That's a run out.
You're good, Mag, just wait. Yeah, see, this is where it's like this 5-wood or 3-iron. 5-wood goes as far as 3-iron into the wind.
Yeah, wind will be
Mini
down.
driver is like the only play right now.
Wind will be down.
Or 3-iron and just get it in the fairway. Just blast a 3-iron. All right, folks. I've decided to hit a Stinger 3-iron. This will be a fun one for you. I'm going to tee it up and just hit as low as I can. Maybe we can get the camera right in front of me to illustrate how low it's come. No, it's probably better behind. Do you want to come behind me here? It's a tough choice here. It's a wide fairway, but it narrows at 270. So I'm either hitting 3-iron, 5-iron, or I'm hitting a mini driver or driver and then a short iron. But I'm going to take out the risk and just burn a low 3-iron. So to hit a Stinger, you got to put it back in your stance, close the face. You can grip it a little less strong or weaker. I'm just going to swing nice and low with the hands and burn it down the middle of the fairway. That should be perfect. For those beginners that don't know what a Stinger is, it's basically just a low flighted shot, extremely low shot. It helps you keep it under the wind on a firm golf course. That ball will roll a whole lot further than a standard shot. So for this situation, I just wanted it under the wind. I wanted to get it in play. It's a shot you'll hit in a defensive situation, just trying to keep things safe, hit it low so the wind can't move the ball around and send it offline. And people like to see Stingers because apparently it's cool in a shot trace. I don't know, guys just love Stingers. I've never understood why, but I guess the word sounds cool. The word Stinger is maybe associated with those missiles that fire off of, I don't actually know, Stinger missiles, airplanes, aircraft, I guess, jets, who knows. Stinger is South African golf team, forgot about that. So it's famous enough to get a Live Golf team name. I'm feeling 5 to 10 yards of hurt if I'm drawing it.
Correct.
Okay, so this green has a lot of contours to it. I'm going to be able to land this at the hole or just past it, and it should roll up to the hill behind it and come back to the middle. So you guys should see a cool little shot shape here around this tree. Challenging shot, but safer tee shot leaves me with an opportunity to hit a pretty big green. I got the draw kind of, sort of, that should be on the hill though, come left. Perfect, got a left bounce to the fringe at the back. Is it coming back? Yes, there we go. I'm gonna guess like 20, 30 feet behind the hole. That was a good one. I even surprised myself a bit. That was pretty good prediction from Dill. I have control of my ball right now. Pitched hole high, got to that back slope and rolled down to here. I don't know, 30 feet, not a bad shot from 220. What do you see? A little left to right. Okay, I've got a little, I've got a little right to left. So I'm gonna average that out to straight.
Okay, I'm with you there. I'm with you.
I'm gonna average it out to straight. Zach sees left to right, I see right to left. Let's go straight and then we'll know who was wrong or who was right. Here's down, ooh, it's gone left. It's come back right a bit. Okay, it's probably a cup right of the hole, but tough hole out here on the Plantation course. Par is always good, sets me up well for the tournament. And I'm gonna get to work now, guys. You'll catch up with me on the Seaside course. Probably prettier views, lots more water. And again, my buddy Cory's out there. He's gonna talk your ear off, so be prepared for some in-depth stats analysis from Cory. We've made our way to the Seaside course. This is, I assume, the newer course. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments, is the Plantation or the Seaside course newer? I'm not too sure, but this one's definitely more of the championship vibes. You've got tougher tee shots, deeper bunkers. The final 2 rounds are played on this course at this RSM Classic, so I'm gonna do some more homework. I am getting a little tired, the sun's setting, but gotta stay focused, gotta get some work done, and I've gotta find my man Cory. He's not here right now, but we often are on 2 different wavelengths, but we'll find him, don't worry. Okay, that'll play. Right rough, but no wind. I thought the wind was gonna push
If
that.
it's, yeah, it's one of those that if it's hurt, it's driver. If it's down, and it could be, if it's southeast, it could be down. It's kind of ticking all around a little bit.
Kermit the Frog in your throat? What's going on here, bro?
No, I have a 2-year-old, man.
Ah, germs.
Yeah. you got
Cory
all the good
Jez,
stuff.
everybody. If you've watched the channel before, you saw him in John Deere Classic, Moline,
yeah.
Illinois.
Yeah.
So different celebrity today. You've got Kermit the Frog acting on Cory's behalf, I guess.
Allergies and the toddler at home will
Okay,
do
so
that
it's
today.
okay. As long as you don't give me anything, I'm
I got
happy.
you. I got you.
So for those of you that don't know, Cory Jez, world famous statistician, has worked in baseball, soccer, what else randomly?
Basketball.
Basketball, sorry. Everything, he does it all.
I like golf the most.
He loves golf. He approached me when I was at an Austin FC game one time. I got to know some of the Austin FC staff, and this is Cory, meet Cory. He was like, yeah, I know a bit about golf. Do you want any help on the PGA Tour? Do you want to let me have a look at your stats? And I was like, I'll take all the help I can get, bro. Yeah. And from there, he's grown a business now. How many players do you have on tour?
About a dozen or so, yeah.
Woo. I left a year and a half ago. He had a handful, 5 or 6, and now he's expanding. So the business model is obviously working, and we can show you guys some cool things that we get into during a practice round. You guys have been through the Plantation course, which might have been a little more laid back, easier golf course. As I said, this one is way more intense,
Yes.
way more difficult, and Cory's gonna be able to maybe run us through some of those stats and explain how I'll go about a practice round and how he would advise me and what information he would give me. Yeah, from a theory point of view, what is it? I mean, you can explain it to guys.
Yeah, you know, we're looking at, we know how far you carry your tee shot, obviously in standard conditions. We were just talking about here, the 10th hole as a great example. It does pinch a little bit around 300, 310. So we know we probably want our tee shot to finish out about 290.
Yep.
Now, the way the wind might quarter, it might quarter down or it might quarter in. So we kind of have a plan A, plan B, because we're sitting right on the ocean
here.
here.
And it's actually almost the opposite wind Thursday, Friday.
It is tough when you play a practice round and then it's going to totally flip on you.
We could be playing from 30 yards different distances because the wind angles change.
Yep.
So we have to bear that in mind. But the stats don't lie. He can at least tell me certain pins we don't want to hit in this spot. We do want to hit it in this spot. And I'm just going to rely on him to just point some of those things out. Even though I've played this course 8, 9, 10 times, there are still some, what would you call those things? Those little knife edges where you can save 0.1, 0.2 shots.
It's all the margins, right? And what we want to use a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday practice round for is finding all those little types of scenarios, little types of situations. Hey, the wind's this today, but it's going to be something different. Where do we want our tee ball to end up? That might mean today we hit driver like you just did.
Yes, yeah.
And it might mean we're going to hit one less than driver. You're carrying mini this week.
Yep.
So it might mean mini or even less in the tournament. And then we're going to look at where the pins are, expected birdie putts, expected chips. Where can we be aggressive? Where do we got to kind of lay back, pick our spots, and just any little bit of information that you can carry into the tournament that we've learned while we're out here.
Yeah.
It can help. You know, one shot is obviously the difference between a lot of things out here.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me is that he has a number. He can quantify everything. So when I stand up, and I've hopefully written it down in my yardage book, we've found ourselves in a sprinkler head here. Okay, I actually missed the fairway, but I'm going to be able to play from the rough with a little drop. But yeah, he has the numbers. I can write it in my book, and then when I'm stressed and confused and do I need to go at this par 5 and 260 out, I can look and say, oh, actually a layup is better, or playing for the right side of the green is better. There are many things that can build confidence in me that I wouldn't have if I didn't have Cory to back me up.
Very important to be process oriented in this game, right? You said it perfectly. Things can get moving very, very quickly on the golf course. Maybe you're trying to make the cut. Maybe you're trying to be in contention on Sunday. Maybe you're trying to make a 3rd or 4th or 5th birdie in a row. Things get moving very fast. Having a process, just like a pre-shot routine, in terms of how you pick your clubs, how you pick your targets, allows you to kind of stay focused, process oriented, and not let everything go on.
And not lose your mind and go,
Exactly.
All right, what am I hitting here? What do we have?
122.
122, bit of wind out the right. I'm going to control the pitching wedge. I don't feel much of the wind, but I do know it's out the right here. So we obviously don't have the tournament pins laid out today, but Cory will also tell me, hey, Dill, this is where the pins are going to be.
Yep.
And maybe for some of the iron shots, I will pick a different target here. But right now I'm going to go at the pin because we know that's 122 yards away. And I'm going to challenge myself to execute on a wedge shot. Needs a bit of spin to stay close, but good strike.
Should move left on the ground.
That should be good, hopefully inside 10 feet. All right, that wedge shot actually worked out really well. This is not why we're here today. I'm not trying to make birdies, but I'll give this a roll anyway and wait for Cory to hit me up with the pins.
Yes. And about 8 off, somewhere right in there.
That was a little too firm, but yeah, so I'm gonna now look at all these options. Cory's got 2 little small discs. Zach has a bigger one, but I'm just gonna expect to be in a certain area.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go long for a back pin. It's a downhill putt, but I'm going to putt from the obvious spots to see what kind of break is in that putt, and maybe speed-wise, if I somehow, okay, this is a bit slower or quicker than I imagine, I'm going to try and remember that for the round. Some guys actually write it down. How many of you guys write it down in the book?
So kind of my advice is, you know, if we hit this putt, it's about a 20, 25 footer uphill. If it does about what you expect, if we read it and
you have it in the
you're kind of good.
Yeah.
If it's like, holy smokes, and we will see some today that are like, whoa, that thing really breaks, or that's really slow.
Or past the hole, it ran away,
Those are the ones that I like to make it in the book. Just the ones that during the practice round really surprise us. The nice thing about the ShotLink data is we basically know where every birdie putt and every chip has come from. I mean, at this course, we're going all the way back to 2019 because they haven't really changed the golf course at all.
Layout.
And the pins tend to be in the same spot. One thing that's a little different about the Seaside is we only have 3 pin locations, not 4. Because they play the Plantation course
set's a little smaller,
Thursday and Friday, but full field event, plenty of information. This green in particular, as you see, the sides of it go off really steep. Overall, it's about a 45 to 50% up and down for guys.
Is that average for tour, or?
So 60 would be about tour average.
Oh, so we got a tough time chipping and putting here, which that
helps me. And you can totally, it makes perfect sense when you look at this green. The only good place to miss it's really short. Long left and right really fall off.
Less than 50%, not good.
So we're going to be a little more conservative on our approach shots, which means we're a little closer to the center of the green. So now we want to hit our birdie putts from roughly about this spot, almost to all 3 pins, honestly.
Okay,
we can
so
kind
I'll
of
just roll a few. You guys will see me hit some putts, and I'm just trying to feel it out here. Zach uses these mini disc golf discs.
Is it your disc golf
it's
putter?
A marker on a disc golf course, so I've played a couple times. I don't know if you guys know what disc golf is, but it's a really fun sport that I should do more. Will you catch it? Let's see.
Catch it.
It was a good throw.
Weak. That's what I find when I play as well. I don't have any power, but I've been told it's technique. You see how easy that was? You guys need to send me some skills. How do I throw a disc better? Because I'm terrible. Odyssey gave me a putter like 8-9 years ago. It's been sitting in my closet, and I pulled it out 2 months ago. All of a sudden, things changed. Feels amazing. So, shout out Odyssey from 8 years ago. The putter is now in play. 11th hole. Let's see what info Cory has for me. I'm gonna do a little quiz here. I'm gonna give you my feedback. For me, I bet your stats are gonna say, get it down as far as you can. So hit driver as far down the fairway as you can, possible. There is a left miss possible here. I always get sucked into the right side. Is there any data saying that right side is worse than left side? Or is it pretty split evenly?
So this one's really interesting because the only thing on this left side is this one little tree that we have out there. And we do kind of see that
there's a bad little patch of shots around it.
It's literally, if you're about 10 or 15 yards back from the tree, you can see that it plays fine. As you get right up to it, it just kind of sits squarely in line.
And what does it show on yours? Just a different color in those dots? Or
Yeah,
I'll show
so
you guys in a little B-roll here, but
it plays about 4.1 if you're behind the tree, and about 3.95 if you're kind of 10 or 15 yards back.
So 1/10 of a shot worse off, which doesn't sound like a lot to you guys, but if you can shave 1/10 every hole,
2 shots around.
2 shots around, baby. You are
1.8
saving. You're losing your card, or you're on the Ryder Cup team. That's
Now,
basically
all in all, this one has us a driver at a 1/10 of a shot better across all possible outcomes, which is kind of what we have to care about here.
Yeah.
And so it's humming down right now. It could be mini, but it's probably going to be into when we play.
I've got it off the right, so for me, I favor a left to right shape into this right to left wind to hold it straight. My mini drive is a bit of a draw bias, so
It's perfect.
center of the green is the middle of the fairway as well. We've got a nice target there now. Is that a shot link tower behind it?
Yep.
That's perfect visual for me. And we've pierced it. I missed the target by maybe 2 yards.
Well, that was a perfect example of you wanted to hit a cut into a holdy wind.
Yeah.
And it held that thing definitely had a little bit of cut action on it. Wind really held it. It's why a lot of times we're going to talk about your finish, where you know, if there's a left-right scoring difference, we'll talk about where we want to bring it down.
Yeah.
But the player, it's always so feel biased with players on how they're moving it and what the wind's doing.
Yeah.
As a statistician or as someone, you know, a lot of times even as a caddy, you're not going to necessarily prescribe the shot shape.
Yeah.
You're going to talk about
The finish point. This is the XY coordinate that we want to get to.
And you're the artist who's going to kind of decide how
Yeah.
to get it there. And you've obviously, you know, every guy who's out here has been doing it for so long and has all these different types of feels and things. So I'm just going to
Yeah. Stay on the.
Sorry. Too many paths out here.
Yeah, we are here. We got scrubland and all kinds of dunes to walk through. So we're going to stay on these oyster shells, I guess is what they are. Yeah, for me, it's one of those things that, especially on iron shots, so many players have these long conversations with their caddies. You watch it on TV and you wonder, what are they talking about? I mean, for me, I've always been told simplify things. See the shot, feel it, hit that shot. And so many caddy player conversations seem to go into trigonometry and Pythagorean theory, and it's almost like a PhD dissertation before they hit the ball.
Well, and we would love to have those conversations. Obviously, you and I have talked a lot about this in off weeks and at home and in our spare time. We would love to use Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for a lot of those conversations.
To dig down.
Yes. We want to have kind of the scientist conversation now so you can go play golf like a caveman.
Exactly. So we're going to have the note in the book. As soon as I get confused or stressed or worried, the caddy can go back to a note and say, Dill, center of the green here, you're 30 feet from the hole, 7-iron at that yardage is a good shot.
Yep.
And I go, oh, thanks for the reminder, boom, hit it. But I think a lot of guys get into the stats or into their feelings or into a conversation with a guy, and it detracts from their performance and from what they're trying to execute on.
Well, and as folks will see with the visuals, there's a lot of numbers and colors and things going on, but if we use it in the right way, we can kind of create a framework for making that decision of, okay, how difficult's this pin? What club am I hitting? I know my dispersion with that club.
Yeah.
Do I want to tweak to aggressive, tweak to conservative, and go?
Yeah.
You know, that's, yes, there's wind and
I mean,
firmness.
you made a good analogy. I think we talked about 2 places, soccer, hot zones.
Yep.
Hot zone delivery for a cross into the box. Whenever you have a ball there, you're a right back or wing back, you know you're crossing it from that spot.
Yep.
Basketball, you guys identified the three-point shots from certain areas, right?
Yep.
As soon as you're in there unguarded, you're going to hit that shot every time, right?
Yep.
So those little litmus test things that you can quick reaction to, that you don't have to go to the next level, you don't have to have the conversation with a caddy.
Yep.
It's just a quick reaction, and those stats, tools, and things that are built around it really help us.
And those sports, you don't have the time to have that
that's
conversation.
a great thing.
It's a reactionary thing. That's what practice is for in those sports. Sometimes we can get a little out of our own heads in golf and say, you do have a minute or two to do and have those things. And
I mean, that's honestly, that pops up, I would say, 15 times around, where we just psych ourselves, and I hit the shot and I'm like, oh, why did I had the initial view, I had that first feel, trust that. It's so often that we second guess ourselves, and again, bring it back to simplicity, make it easy. And often that's, I stood up on the tee, I was pretty decisive, right?
Yeah.
I was like, it's a driver, fade.
Yep.
You brought in another option, mini driver, but I was like, no, I'm committing to that first thought, and here we are.
And a great point about, we talked about it could be one less because there's a trap that we can get into, the tree that we talked about on the tee, but because you were hitting a driver that was going to hold against the wind,
I've brought in a straight trajectory, straightest shot shape.
It's going to go a little shorter because you're
Yeah.
fighting against a wind,
Yeah.
not riding it. And so you knew it wasn't going to get into the trap. And that's where you knowing your game lined up with kind of the core strategy
Yeah,
piece allowed you
and
to
it
make
calms
that
me
decision.
down again on the tee. It's like, okay, I can hit this fade. It's going to end up straight. I'm relaxed. What do we have, Zach?
105.
105. That will be a nice control gap wedge for me. Here's another one to give you guys at home some clues. When you play in windy conditions, the more spin you put on the ball, often the more the wind is able to take it. Unless you have a perfect strike that hits a 0 spin axis line, you're hitting a dead straight shot. If you're slightly off, right to left, left to right, that wind is going to send the ball way offline. So right now, 105 is my full sand wedge shot, but that has almost 10, 12,000 RPMs of spin. So I'm going down to my gap wedge, or 11 iron as Callaway likes to describe it on the sole of my club. And I'm going to feel probably a 102, 101 shot. It's a little bit downwind right now, right?
A little down.
So I'm taking spin off such that this wind is not going to move it offline. And when it hits the green, I know it's still going to have enough spin to make it stop. So you guys don't have to hit your winds or your wedges full. Often it's better with these half or 3/4 wedge shots to be controlled and flighted down. And that's almost perfect. What do you guys think? A little long?
Right on it.
No, it's perfect. Yes. Okay, we've come over from the Plantation course. We had a nice long par 3 over there. We got 223 to the hole. This is going to be feisty into the wind. I think the rules officials would give us a break and move us up
Yep.
10 yards in the tournament, but I'm going to knuckle down here. What's the cover over the false front, Zach? Probably 210-ish. It's at least 13 yards short of the pin. So 210 with a bit of hurt, probably a 220 shot for me covers that front false edge. My 3 irons are 230 club, so I'm optimistic. Leave it, wind. I pured it on the right side of the green. Let's see the distance now. Oh, perfect.
Really great strike.
Still got it to the hole. Let's go. I just got some stats from Cory here. This hole plays 3.2 across all gathered rounds. So let's see if your guys' math's pretty good. If I make this putt for a birdie, how many shots am I gaining? Shots gained is the statistic we worry about.
What do we call
the
this?
most on tour.
An 18 footer?
Yeah, I think so. Oh,
So-
you're gonna give me the putting numbers?
Yeah, I'll give you the putting numbers.
Here we go.
18 footer is 1.84 PGA Tour average.
Okay.
So you'd pick up 84 hundredths of a shot.
On average, but if I make this putt, I make it 2. The overall score average is 3.2. Therefore, I'm saving 1.2 shots on one hole, which is, can I say astronomical for one hole? Is that a great save?
It's really great. Maybe
Yeah.
not astronomical, but it's really great.
Okay, it's not an eagle on a
Par
over
4.
par rated hole, but let's try and make this. Oh, is it enough speed? Go, please.
What a good putt.
I thought that was down the middle, like 6 feet out.
What a great putt.
Damn. Oh, I missed it. Now I made 4. That was a good illustration of a tough hole and him giving me the stats and me being able to like, oh, this is a good putt to make, save some shots. What else do you have for me on
Well,
this
and
hole?
that's a great example of, managing expectations, which we were just talking about as we
Yeah.
walked up to the green, is like, this is a really long, hard hole. I've seen so many pros be pissed off because they just lipped out an 18, 20-foot putt
Yeah.
for birdie, but it's like, you still picked up 2/10 of a shot on the
Yep.
field by parring this hole. This is not one that kind of in the playbook we're looking at, like, we got to get it 2 here.
Yeah.
But if you just measure yourself
Do
on that
that.
outcome of the putt, yeah, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
But we know it's only made 18% of the time
Yeah.
because it's an 18-foot putt, and we know it's a really tough par 3. It's like we did exactly what we needed to. We gave ourselves a great chance. Again, process oriented, kind
Yeah.
of not too high, not too
Move
low.
to the next tee box, you're still happy, you're still moving through the round on a good track.
Yeah, and that's where little goals and little kind of benchmarks of like,
Do you
I
do
want to
that?
hit the green here.
Do you do that with any players, just to like bring their sort of benchmark down a bit? Because guys are so goal driven. Hey buddy, like you don't need to birdie every hole. Do you realize 72 holes is a long, long week? Let's just
It's a lot
reel
of
it
it's
in.
a lot of these little conversations of managing expectations, of saying, hey, and this goes into how we design drills and games and how we train as
Yeah.
well. Because I wouldn't want to create a game where you
That's
got to make
impossible to win. Yeah.
you got to make 10 18 footers in a row.
Yeah.
Because 1 out of 5 is actually beating average.
Yeah.
From that length of putt that you just had, or we wouldn't make a game where
so it's building that understanding off the course, and then when you're in that setting, hopefully that training comes through, and you remember, okay, I've missed the last 2 or 3 20-footers. I'm due to make this one. Like now you reframe it in a different way, and you're able to sort of push your performance.
You and I have done this a number of times. We play a 9 or an 18-hole putting combine.
Yeah.
But we measure the performance of that putting combine based on a PGA Tour strokes gained putting average. And you might come and say, God, it felt like I made nothing.
And you look at the average.
But I made like 2 or 3 10-footers, and I didn't really make any long putts, and I still gained a quarter of a shot, or whatever it might be.
Yeah,
and so
that's true.
Managing expectations, designing your training based on what success looks like out here, based on the statistics of that, allows you to kind of stay level, stay focused, not put too much pressure on yourself.
You say that, I actually do. When I do that 18-hole combine or 9 holes, I'm always like, man, that didn't feel great. Oh, even 1 under, 0.5 over, whatever it is, it's always a surprise.
Yep.
All right, let me get to work here. We got some speed drills to do.
Yeah.
Uphill, downhill. Downhill here is crazy sometimes.
I'd say 290 plus.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of the last trap. It plays to 4-0, so I'm okay.
Okay, so driver, get it down there.
I really want to make sure you cover the second one.
Okay. Here's a random one about practice rounds. We have to tee off behind this marker. They don't want us messing up this grass, but often the tee box marker thing is almost in the backswing. It's like, yo, I'm gonna hit this with my club on the backswing, but I'll squeeze it in, hopefully. Wind off the right, Zach.
That is correct.
Trying to finish it 10 yards left of the right guiding tower. If you guys know what a tall pylon is in a river system for boat pilots, please let me know what that's called, but I'm calling it a pylon for now, and that is my target. That should be perfect.
That's money.
And if you're confused, it's a tall metal structure that boats use, I guess, as a guideline to stay down a channel. Please tell me in the comments what it's called, because I love random facts, and that's one I do not know.
Out of the southeast is some form of down off the left.
Ooh, so now we can...
Yeah, so 276 to cover the middle trap, and we want to cover that middle trap. That middle trap plays to 4.25, whereas the last trap plays to 3.98. And then obviously everything in the fairway up there is going to play great as well.
Okay, so what Cory's explained is we're going to have, not an opposite, like 150-degree different wind, but it's going to be down off the left. Dogleg left means I can go way further left on my target line. How far left on that target line would you say is applicable?
Given that that's a hazard, I always, if we're hitting mini, I want to bring it down about, I want to be finishing it about 25 to 30 yards off the hazard.
Okay.
Maybe depending on the type of shot we're trying to hit. And so that would put us about right center of this fairway.
So what he's saying, for those of you that don't understand golf, if you look at an aerial view of the hole, he wants my center point, my XY spot. If you're playing Tiger Woods golf from 2007, that little center point to be at least 25 or 30 yards away from where the hazard is, where the water starts. So I've got to look at the yardage book and choose that spot and know my worst, why he's doing that is because my worst possible shot might go 25 to 30 yards offline. And I want to know that my worst possible shot is still staying on dry land. That's the goal.
And so, and the reason it's 25 to 30, if you're going to hit a cut moving away from it, we can be closer to that 25 because our miss is going to move away.
Yeah.
And if we were going to hit a ball that's moving towards it, we'd want it to be 30 because it's, has some run out and bounding. And if you were to pull it a little bit,
so on this hole, a lot of people say it's a dogleg right or dogleg left, moving right to left. You should always hit it with the shape of the hole. But for me, with the right to left wind, it's way safer hitting a left to right shape to fight that wind and move away from the water. So there's many different ways to play. If you're a young golfer, you don't have to listen exactly to your coach. There are many different ways to play the game.
And that's a very old kind of, something we grew up hearing a lot of move the, do what the hole is asking you, move it one way.
Well, I had that with Spieth in college.
Oh gosh.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
I hit a fade. In college, I hit a fade with a driver, that was it. And there was water down the left-hand side. I would peg it up, aim down the hazard on the left-hand side and just peel it off the water into the fairway, but the hole's doglegging to the left. And he goes, Dill, why are you hitting the shot? You got to shape it with the hole. I said, no, dude, I want to shape this away from the water. I don't want to touch that at all. I know 98% of the time I'm going to hit a fade, so there's no way that water's in play. Now I'm working it away, and I'm perfectly happy.
Well, and the thing, and that's a great example of kind of my philosophy with a lot of guys is, I want you to hit the shot that has the smallest dispersion.
Yeah.
The highest likelihood for success.
Yeah.
And if every single other time, because this hole moves a little left and this moves a little right, you're trying to hit. Tiger was so great, he kind of ruined our generation who grew up watching him because we watched him hit
Left to right, right to left, low, high. He had all the shots. Yeah.
Now, do you occasionally need that? But it's 80-20, 90-10 kind of rule.
Yes.
There's a tree, I got to move it around, or
Yep.
something really egregious going on the hole. You're really good at hitting a cut driver. Let's
Keep
hit that
doing
cut
it.
driver like
Yeah.
12 out of 14 times.
And
each
that,
round.
again, for the junior golfers, guys that are watching this, knowing what you do well is almost more valuable. I think it is more valuable than working on your faults, working on the things that your coach tells you need to work on. If you know what you're good at, you can show up at a golf course, figure out where those strengths play on that specific course and nail down on those. If that's hitting 3-iron off every tee, it's going to help you out. I was advising a young junior golfer who plays at Baylor. I said, bro, you can hit 3-iron off every tee. You're long enough. You can compete with your college guys. You can get in the tournament, go play another tournament, build confidence by playing with your strengths.
And if, for example, if that young player's not very accurate as a driver, he can do that, go home, build his driver accuracy for a semester,
Yeah.
and then come back and be a real weapon.
Yeah, no, there's many ways to do it. All right, I'm staying straight into the sun here, like a vampire just wilting away. My man Zach's gonna laser that pin. Will you be able to get it with the sun?
It's 95.
95, he's got it already. All right, here's a chance for me to hit a true sandwich. Downwind, right? A little off the right and down. 95, I'm gonna feel this shot. 85 shot doesn't quite get to the flag, so I'm gonna give it a little bit more. This is my perfect 3/4 sandwich number, which is 85. But I'm gonna give it a little more
Where's that
speed
right
at the
pin?
bottom
Kind
of the
of
swing
on
just
the
to
tree, just
bridge a
left
bit
edge
more
of
of
the
that
tree.
distance.
Maybe what would you say? What's that meant another one?
It's like on that bush.
And needs a little skip go ball.
Yeah.
Got the bounce.
Let's do a bonus ball.
It's rolling up to the pin, not bad.
All right, Dale, bonus ball.
Where are we going?
We're gonna go with the right pin, which we're gonna call, we're not exactly sure from here, but we're gonna call the base of the tree here.
Okay,
Set it
so
off the right.
what Cory is doing now is he's challenging me to a right pin. This is a tournament pin we're gonna face. So you want the right edge of the tree limb, right?
We're gonna call the pin is right at the tree trunk. For
Okay,
the
so the
purpose
base,
of this
the right
exercise.
edge of the base of the tree, okay?
Yep.
Cover on line there, Zach, do you have it at all?
I do not.
You will in a second.
If you just get us that cover, Cory will give us the pin is how many over that edge.
Should be. Covers 82, pin is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's gonna be 91 hole.
Okay. 82 cover, 91 hole. I've got to land this 90 and stop it right there on the tree trunk. We'll put a tracer on this so you guys can grade me in the comments. Tell me how far away from the hole I've hit it. I'll tell you the distance I hit. You guys can see the line with the shot tracer. Oh, that is a 89 distance and probably 3-4 yards left. So you guys can do the trigonometry and tell me how close that is to the flag. So here's another one where Cory helps. He just told me forward tee on hole number 14. So we're gonna be a big boy today and play it from the back, but it's also wind dependent. So the rules officials in a golf tournament will have a look at the forecast, realize the wind direction, and then adjust the length of that hole just so that it's not a ridiculously tough hole. We're hitting driver 4-iron into a small green, which this is that hole. If you don't get it down to 160, 170 from the green, you're not gonna find yourself hitting the green very often. And then that causes slow pace of play. So the guys end up playing in 5.5 hours.
Which is why the tee is up on the first 2 rounds when it's full
Yes.
field, and then they can move it back when it's small on the weekend.
Okay, I'm going the middle hotel building over there. Wind into out the left. Perfecto. No notes needed here, folks. You just bang the driver. Golf shot. Get there, please. Oh, I knew it was a bit tough.
Buddy, what's gotten into you? You're striping it.
Right? It's called practice and seeing a coach.
Who you seeing, Breck?
Yeah.
How's he been?
Good. He's
I know he's the best in town, probably.
busy. He's working his ass off. He's got a
Lot
lot,
of
of
juniors.
clients, juniors, yeah.
Has
Shout out Breck. He's helped a lot.
Has he, I mean, there's not a ton of you guys that live in Central Texas for him to have a lot of tour
not many
players,
tour
but-
pros, so that's why he's
More.
happy to help me. Gives him a bit more credibility, but
Oh,
yeah, I just, it's,
hitting the ball like this, yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty good credibility.
it's just the lab. It's like, get in there, we check the swing numbers,
He's at the bottom of Barton.
Yes, on
Yeah.
the far side of the range. I've never like gone out on the course with him, haven't taken it to the next level yet, but you know me, I'm like a
Yeah, you.
relationship guy. Build the relationship over time, build
That's
the
great.
trust.
It's so valuable to have that person in your backyard too,
Yeah.
close to home. A lot of tour pros have someone that will come out here with them every week, even if they don't live in the same spot, or
and
someone at home. You kind of need one or
the
the
honest,
other.
like, is it going to be helpful doing video lessons and working from I don't know how guys do it. Like when I'm on tour and I'm gone, I might send him one swing in a month. It's like, I don't see the value of him like staring at a screen telling me that my angles are all off. Like, no, not helpful. Guys, if you're learning the game, if you're trying to get better and you're a good player, have a coach near you. Even if they may not be a tour coach, they're still going to help you more than that guy being far away. All right, this is a good one for chipping. Maybe we can analyze the screen for chipping.
Yes. There's this really kind of decisive knob in the middle right of the screen, and we have a front, middle, and back pin on the right side, and so that'll change how these chips grade out in our system a lot.
All right, let's grab a wedge here.
3 pins all on the right side, literally a front, middle, and back right. We've got some space, but there is a hazard left, so right is kind of our bail.
Yep.
So we're gonna, from short and long of this knob, hit 3 chips to these three right pins. These chips, and I'll call out there's one that does grade pretty difficult. The other 2 are pretty straightforward.
Okay, so I'm trying to make them,
Yeah, and they're gonna allow us to be aggressive to these pins, even though it's a little bit of a longer hole, knowing that our predominant miss is gonna be pretty straightforward.
Okay, well, I'm giving a good analysis here to how hard it is.
There it is.
Sneaky quick from this side. So again, this is a good thing to see now. I've hit 3 chips already and I've realized, oh, this is actually kind of difficult to stop.
Perfect.
So if I have that feeling of maybe I need to land the short, or maybe I need a 3-wood hybrid bump and run shot, I need to listen to that during the tournament. Because that's 4 shots now with the lob wedge from a good lie, and they've all rolled 3-4 feet past. So that gives me now an indication.
From that spot, send me 1 or 2 to each of these back middle and back right pin.
Okay.
And because one of the other things we want to know here is not just how difficult each shot is, but where's the really frequent common place that players are missing, because we know that probabilistically we might be there.
Well, I know the place to miss it from here is past the hole, because I just chipped it 4 feet past. So I might use a 3-wood here to bump and run this the next time hopefully during the tournament I'm on the green, but the next time I face the shot.
Well, and that's another part of this process too, is understanding, boy, if I do miss here, is it a nip I need to land on the green, or is it a bump I need to bump through the
fringe,
fairway and the fringe?
I mean, I'm convinced there I can't land that on the green and keep it within 4 feet of the hole. And this shot is proving to be a bit difficult too.
And that's this knob, really a lot of spin there.
Okay, there we go. We got that right.
And so now you've now I haven't told Dylan how to play this shot at all. Again, I'm not a short game coach, I'm not the golfer, but he's experimenting with different, do I bump it in the hill or do I spin it?
Or do I hit it high? Do I add more spin? Like what shot? This one's more straightforward. Back right pin, I can go sand wedge. Square to square, as my coach Chuck Cook says. It's just a pitch shot. So here it's vanilla. I can see the shot I can execute. There's not much to learn, but those other 2 that were short-sighted, I definitely learned a little bit. See how those roll out to 4 feet, 3 feet.
Lovely.
Easy.
Go 1 or 2 more on the
Higher
other
up.
side of this knob.
Okay. I haven't hit many out the rough, so maybe let's add the rough to it.
Go 1 or 2 here, 1 or 2 rough. Go rough first. And sometimes we're going to hit these shots. This is probably a lot less likely to happen in the tournament, but the golf course is such a better place to practice short game than a short game facility. Wouldn't you agree, Dylan?
Yep. You get on the chipping green and there's pitch marks everywhere. You're hitting out of perfectly manicured fairway. Like there's no replica for a true green design as well. You got slopes and hills, and most chipping greens are just vanilla. Straightforward.
So part of what practice rounds, it's why you see a lot of short game coaches who do come out on tour. A lot of them really like, technique is fine on the practice green at home, but for trying to hit shots, replicate lies, be creative, the golf course is the place to practice that.
And we want to have an outcome-based practice, so I know I'm just chipping to the targets, but you want to set a target. You want to be like, okay, let's make that putt, or let's, is that sandwich? Yeah. Or let's set the bar somewhere.
Here. Sorry.
Say that again?
No, I was just saying a couple more from the fairway, and then we're good.
Same
chip in,
pin, or
legs.
do I want to switch it? Yeah, I'll go to the same pin because I don't have enough spin on this club. That is a technique issue right there, and I know that, thankfully. All right, let's move to the next. No putts here. We're running out of daylight. This is a fun hole. 15th is a par 5. You guys may look at the design and there's fairway out to the right, but your boy is trying to hit it way down the left side there. There's a little white tent, and that will be my finish line. So wind off the left, I fade it. I'm gonna even aim it left of the tent for it to fade back towards that target. Oh, come on, wind, help me out. It's gonna be close to the fairway bunker, but we'll find out, I don't know, tight. Found ourselves between clubs. So Cory, your stats may be great, but it cannot plug a 25-yard hole between my 5-iron and my 3-iron. So I've got 223 to the flag. I don't know what frontage right now. It looks like 210-ish, 13, 15 on, around there. I'm gonna need another 10 yards out of this 5-iron. So 3-iron is going to bounce on the green and roll through. I'm just going to try and murder this 5-iron, land it on the front edge, and hopefully have an uphill eagle putt. Let's see if my body responds to what my mind has painted. Oh, stay left. Wind's got it. Stay in the air and stay left.
I can see why you need it on Plantation.
Oh, baby.
215.
Guys, that might be a tap and go. Ah, just short. On the green, uphill 20-footer. 4 eagle.
Front 2 pins, just try to dime it over. The trap is fine to the front 2. Back pins.
Be aggressive, don't shy.
Yeah, like
I've
pitch
hit
in the
it front
middle of
edge
the green.
before, and it's like, man, to get that inside 10 feet, putting from there is tough.
Yeah, I mean,
When it's windy. Okay, 16th hole, you're coming down the stretch in the RSM. I'm under pressure. What does my stats guy say?
so this is a really interesting tee shot because we have this creek that we have to cover, and we have to cover because you're coming back to the tee box if you don't cover this thing. But this fairway bunker that's out here plays quite difficult. It plays to about 4.25.
Okay. And how much to reach it?
304.
304,
So
so downwind you can reach it.
Downwind, you can definitely reach it. What makes this shot really interesting is this creek keeps moving away from us.
Yeah.
It's not a straight cross.
The more left you go, the longer the carry.
The more left you go, the longer the carry. And so this one becomes possibly a little wind dependent. Again, we were just talking about what the wind might be. The nice thing is the second shot's really benign. It's pretty easy. Green's not really protected. And so if we get some down, it can be 3-wood with a really far right line.
Yeah.
Right, if we get some down, if we have any sort of hurt, if we have any sort, because it's about a 290 cover on the left of the water.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go back to the shape thing here. To explain to you guys, I've got a left to right wind right now. I know at that red stake, what is it, Zach? 305 to cover on the far left side probably?
Right at 300.
I know I have 300, 305 in a normal swing, so I can give this a little bit extra, try and get 310 out of it. If I pull it or the wind doesn't hit it, I know I'm covering on that red stake. That then gives me about 60 yards wide fairway to hit it into. So for guys that don't have the length that I have, they're aiming way right. Cory's gonna tell them, yo, you need to aim at the right edge of the bunker, keep it safe. But for me, this becomes an easy tee shot right now. So I have the length to fly all of that hazard, all of the water, and I can just know left to right shapes coming out of the drive, and should end up right in the middle of the fairway safely. That's perfect. Now you vision this shot. Hey, if I turn it, that wind's gonna hit the ball and it's gonna fly short. That's gonna make the guy go, oh, I'm feeling uncomfortable. But for me, I literally stand up, I go, I can breathe. This is an easy tee shot because I know my left to right. But if you put a mini driver in my hand, which is a 285 club for me, which is other guys' drivers typically, that's a right to left shape. Dude, I'm aiming this so far right, trying to keep it safe. But we're down there in the fairway. We got confidence for the tournament. Let's go hit the next one.
Target line and shot shapes can be very dependent on conditions and just how long a player hits the ball, frankly.
Yeah.
You got some jumping fish here. They'll jump like a foot out.
All right, guys, we've run out of daylight here, so you don't get to hear any more of Cory's amazing statistical analysis, but I hope you guys learned a few things from that round. I always try and take you deeper, try and explain things, and this guy's taught me so much over the last 5-6 years. So you enjoyed it, Cory. Instagram, Twitter, what are the handles, I guess?
Tour IQ is the name of our business, our company. It's, you know, we'll post some nice fun things from each tournament when we're out each week working with players. But yeah, really glad to see you in the field this week, Dill. Really excited for a great week, and really cool to look at some of these holes at Seaside and compare it to Plantation. Two very different golf courses that you have to learn in a compressed amount of time. So we're just trying to help.
We're excited. I'm excited. I'm playing better, so we got tons of upside coming our way, and we might be able to cut this into a nice fun feature on its own. So we'll have some fun with editing, but I hope you guys enjoy that. I'm gonna head to the ice bath after this, try and get some recovery done. Tuesday is finished for me. No debrief. I am tired. We got a beautiful sunset coming. We got a bird flying over here. Oh, look out.
He's got a fish.
Wow, we'll end it on that. That's a pretty cool shot. See you guys tomorrow. Wednesday morning. I've got pretty much nothing to do today. The golf courses are busy. Pro-Am on the Plantation, Pro-Am on the Seaside. Luckily, Sea Island Resort has another golf course. So I'm gonna head over to Retreat after doing some practice. The Retreat course I've never played. I'm just gonna get 5 to 9 holes in before sunset just so I can keep the ball rolling heading into the tournament tomorrow. But before then, I've got a fitting with Callaway. The fitting I'm gonna do is for the new driver. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it looks like. So it's gonna be a fun afternoon with the Callaway boys trying to dial in a driver. I'm not sure if it's legal yet because we are, what are we, November, mid-November right now. They're hopefully going to give me one at the end of the fitting and I can take it back to South Africa and start using it before all the other European Tour guys. But yes, with that, sunshine, again, I'm just so happy to be here right now. Tons of great weather and I got a view of the ocean as I hit balls here, which is my happy place. My man Zach has arrived. He's going to show me the new driver. As I said, I don't know what the name of it is, so you're going to have to introduce it to me. I'm all the way on the European Tour, you know, we don't get all the cool stuff, so.
Yeah, so driver for 2026 is going to be called Quantum.
Quantum, okay.
Quantum. So you're going to take the Quantum Leap today and hopefully gain some ball speed.
Is there any strange spelling? Because I know the Elite, we just had this conversation, most people don't know, E-L-Y, there's a significance to that. It's not E-L-I for a reason because of?
Yeah, Ely Callaway, founder of the company. So a little ode to him and his name, E-L-Y.
So let's see, is the new one just standard spelling?
Standard spelling, nothing
Okay.
crazy.
Okay.
Have to make it easy for us reps to keep track of it.
Yeah, true.
So.
Okay, you have enough driver heads, 5, 6 different ones to keep track of.
Right, yeah, we got enough models. We got to keep the spelling easy for
Okay,
everybody.
so what is the head we're going to look at today that I'm going to try?
So we're going to look at the Quantum Max. So
Okay.
this would be the next gen of what you're playing now in the Elite Core standard head.
Okay, so what you guys probably want to use at home, the standard head, it's nothing fancy. I used to use a triple diamond head in all the old versions. I switched to the Elite and just went to the stock standard consumer, nice and big, nice and forgiving. And exactly a year ago, I saw amazing numbers on this range. So we're going to see if that driver head can beat this one again.
Cool, let's do it.
Decent strike, just a little left start line, I'd say.
Have you any patterns with this one, Dylan? That
Left to right shape in general.
okay?
I always like to design a driver that has anti-left in it. So I often set up left edge of the fairway and try and fade it back. So a
bleed it
stiffer
around.
shaft, lower kick point. So
Okay.
that's normally my number one test is if I see it go left early on or straight away, or when I swing full speed, then I'm like, nah, either the shaft has to be stiffer or the face needs to be a little
more open.
flatter or open.
Yep.
So let's try and get 2 more good swings on this original Elite driver, and that's for you guys at home. You want to get a baseline test of 3 or 4 good swings with your current driver so that you can compare it to the new one. Because if you just hit a bunch of random shots out there and you try and compare it, that's not going to be a good comparison. Okay, let's go 1 more. So yeah, there's the one. That's
Nice.
5-yard fade. It's left of the target, but I know that's working back to the fairway.
Yeah, best striker there, 181 ball.
Cool. Do you have a,
I do. Yep.
what do you guys call it? A wrench, technically?
Wrench. Yeah, I'm sure there's a more proper name
I'll let you do
for
it.
it somewhere, but
A torque screw?
torque
I don't
screw.
know.
Yeah.
Torque tool.
The interesting thing that you guys may not know is on the irons, I have irons that have a little thing. It looks exactly the same as this driver tool, but it does not work on the irons. You have to have a fancy tool that only Callaway has to switch the iron weights. All right, let's go. Unboxing right here.
Unboxing. So take first
Okay.
look there.
Very similar from the top, first of all. Shape has a little more, it seems like toe mass to it, or like bulge towards the toe compared to what I'm looking at usually. Face material, I've heard that's the one difference on this driver, right? The face material is totally different to
Yeah,
that
completely
Elite.
different. It's a big step. We're very excited about it. So it was under codename Kona was the name of the product we did
Ooh.
on it, but it's a Triforce, so 3-layer face we
Okay.
have on it here. So really, really thin titanium in the front, backed by
Yep.
carbon and a polymer.
Okay.
So we get the stability and stiffness.
Yeah, titanium's strong. That's going to be on your
Strong.
outer face, obviously.
Correct, yeah. And then a polymer layer and then a carbon behind. So
Oh, wow.
what that's allowing us to do with it is increase ball speeds without increasing the CT numbers. So that's a big thing out here on
Yep.
tour, is maintaining how fast that face is going to be. But
That's interesting. So do you know, I mean, that's a technical question, but how they put those together? Is it welded together? Is it just stamped together? Like the polymer is obviously sticky because it's like a plastic.
sure, yeah.
So that'll stick nicely, but
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a forging process or how it's gone
Yeah.
in there with it.
either
But
way,
yeah.
it's 3 pieces that put together. Okay, underside.
Exactly.
Whoo, that is totally different. Look at that. Okay, that's pretty sweet. And the color, I like the color. That's like kind of understated, very neutral. That is
Yeah.
sweet. And even like the weight plug on the back is super detailed.
It's something like we found, we actually brought in some additional people this year, even talking about something like the color scheme with it
Really?
that matches
The aesthetics,
the
yeah.
aesthetics and the speed with it to kind of match what we want to do and what we wanted to bring it back to you guys with Cali being known for ball speed, right?
Yep.
Like you've seen our truck, we have
And
king of,
innovation.
Yeah,
You guys are
innovation.
always testing.
we have king of distance on our truck,
Yeah.
right? So that's what we're looking for with it. So we wanted something sleek and it looks sporty and fast too,
Yeah.
and clean to go with it.
Yeah, I could see this like being a car, like straight lines, and that is, okay, I can look at that now. The big test is to throw it on the shaft and see if I can replicate, or even better, what I'm currently
Right.
doing.
So cool.
So I had it on, what was it, on N-1? I don't even know.
You were on NS there when I
Oh,
grabbed it.
see, I don't
so-
even know my settings. I'm the most low-key, low-maintenance guy out here. So again, I've hit 3 or 4 good ones with my driver. We're gonna look at the numbers and see, spin, launch, see what happens. Ideally, this is the most, what do you say, the most similar head in the new lineup, right?
Yeah,
So
if we were going to go apples to apples, this is
that's
kind of where we
go.
would start.
Yeah. And I'm, as I say, low maintenance, so usually it just takes 2 or 3 swings. Like it, yes, no, check the numbers. And then from there, these guys are really good at tweaking the driver, so they can go back on the truck right there and add some glue in the head, maybe find a different head if I'm not launching it high enough, or maybe I'm launching it too high and they want to go down in loft. And here's a random one for you guys, the 2 balls that I tee up. Everyone always asks me. For me, it's just saving my back. I don't have to bend over twice as many times. So I'm down there teeing it up, get the tee height right so I don't have to go back. First swing with the new Quantum Max head, same shaft that I've been playing for the last year, so that should feel the same to me. Let's see what we got here. Oh, baby. What did I say I liked in a driver? Start left, slight fade to the right,
A little bleeder.
and that landed right on the tog line. I'd say that's even better than my current driver. I don't know what the distance or spin numbers are, but from what I'm expecting to see, that was right on the money. Let's hit another one,
Matched
quick
his fastest
fire.
one.
That one was a bit out the heel, so I should expect to see more fade. And we did. Okay, let's go 2 more standard swings. I'm interested, what did the spin numbers do?
Yeah, so spin climb to 32 on that one,
Okay,
but kind of a heel slider like that though. That's not crazy. Still 76 ball.
okay. So yeah, normally when you guys hit the ball out the heel, spin number goes up, but 3,200 is not too far away from 2,700, which is almost my ideal
Yeah.
spin number.
Particularly, you launched that almost just under 5. So
Oof, that was low,
that
yeah.
kind of low launcher, 32 is what you're going to want to keep it.
Yeah, hold
keep
it in the
moving.
air, or else it's just falling out of the sky at 250. Okay, we'll try and put more of a neutral swing on this one. Straight ball flight, hit it out the middle. Yeah, there we go. Stronger ball flight. Okay, let's hit me with those. I'm going to take a guess on those numbers. That launched at like 9.8, 10 degrees, probably 25, 50 spin.
Launched at 7.4.
Ooh, I'm hitting it low. Windy Sea Island conditions.
2,000 spin,
2,000, so low spin, okay.
182 ball.
182 ball speed though, that is hot.
Yeah, that's a mile and a half faster than your fastest speed gamer.
Okay,
the
so
first.
we've picked up a bit of speed already. That's huge to see. Now, 121 club speed, so that's my standard full swing driver. Now I'm going to do something that I always do. Par 5, I want to try and smash this. As I told you, I do not want to see it go left.
Okay.
So full swing, probably 124, 125 miles per hour club speed. And what I'm looking for is, can this driver handle me swinging full speed and not have it shape right to left? Oh, that is, I would say those numbers are way better when I actually hit it full.
I was going to say, yeah, launch windows.
Let's take a look at that one. That
Yeah.
was really awesome. 124 club speed, so I was right with that. Swung slightly up on it. The other ones were a little lower.
Yeah.
Okay, 2,200 spin rate. It is a bit low, right? So how would we go about tweaking that spin number now if we want to get this driver dialed in perfectly?
Definitely. So a couple options we could look at. Obviously, we have weight options in the head here.
Yeah.
I actually have 2 in the back I
Okay.
can work with, as well as moving some out of the front, or we could add loft and bring the launch up.
Okay,
That
so I'm
touches
currently in this is a 9.0, but these guys have measured exactly, which
Yeah, this one's actually, it's 8.9 on ours.
8.9. Okay, so it's a little bit lower than stated, but I think going up in loft would probably be the place to start, right?
Especially you like to see it starting a hair left.
Yeah.
You know, adding loft closes the face just a hair, so it's
Yeah.
going to help you kind of bias
Start the left
that
window, move back to the
and
top.
give you freedom to go ahead and rip
Okay, so I think if we had to dial in, that would be the place to go.
Yeah.
Does it change the face angle at all if we had to go a little more loft?
It will. It will slightly close the face angle,
Okay.
just a hair.
Which to me, I don't like to see that because again, left, but let's
Sure.
go there. Let's play crazy scientist. I'll hit a couple with it in that
Yeah.
higher setting. And let's see if we're looking for the spin number here. The launch number will come up a little bit. We're also looking to increase the spin. So we can do that by making one little change. That is definitely
Huge,
easier
yeah.
than trying to do 2 or 3 different things to the weight pods.
So give that back to
Okay,
you.
here we go. We are set on a little higher loft. How about this? I was also swinging at maybe 1 degree up on it. If I swing my normal 2 to 3 degrees up on it, that brings the launch up 1.5 degrees. So we would see the spin go up a little from there as well.
Potentially,
hopefully.
depending on how much shaft lean you
Yes.
have and how you pinch that spin loft number,
Yeah.
right? So,
And if I hit it out the middle of the face as well. Okay, here we go. Quick test, more loft. We're gonna go back to the normal swing, the 120 golf course swing. Ooh, that's immediately higher. And it's, again, that perfect shape that I'm looking for. Left to right, comes back to the 0 line.
nice. Yeah, good start there.
What was my attack angle? Close to 0 again, 1 degree?
A 1.4 up. on that,
Okay, so what would you, if we need to tweak anything from there, we've gone up in spin immediately, 2500 or 2470. Yeah, my attack angle went up a little bit, so I helped it get up in the air. Launch angle stayed down a little bit, but I think that's a pretty good place to finish, right?
That's an awesome spot. We could do one more little tweak. I wouldn't mind with the back weights.
Okay.
Flipping those a little more to the fade side for you.
Okay.
Check with the added loft there. I think that'll give us a touch more extra spin because the face angle will be
Okay,
open.
let's go there, why not? We're here to have fun, so let's
Yeah.
tweak it and
See where you are.
and then I get to see how you open this cool new weight pod.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a screw on the back.
Screw on the back, and it's similar to, you remember our Rogue driver?
Yes.
We had the Lego blocks
Yep.
back there. So
Okay, so those just fit inside and that's like a closing mechanism.
exactly, yeah. So we'll flip those around. I'm gonna move a little bit more weight towards the toe for you.
So I saw a 1 on there. What is the red one?
It's a 3 gram.
3, so 1 and 3 gram. And I guess you go up to, the old ones had like 15, 16 grams was the
Yeah,
heaviest?
I've got 1 to 15 grams we can work with. So depending
is
what
a
we do,
lot.
we can, in the player, right? And what their
Okay,
needs
so
are.
now what does this do? Explain to them at home. I know what it does, but you're switching the weight, which then messes
Yeah.
with the CG, right?
Exactly, it's gonna move the CG
Center
just
of gravity.
Yeah, a touch more towards the toe. So a couple things. One, the face will start to hang open maybe a smidge more. So
Yep.
someone looking for maybe more fade or handling that draw bias with that. 2, it could be a strike location thing. Gear case, not really an issue.
But most of my drivers in the past, I've always hit them slightly toe side and slightly high on the face, which that's something I look for. I don't want my center of gravity to be dead down the middle of the face. I actually want it to be slightly toe side. So I think this will probably line up better with what I'm
Should match
looking
up
for.
maybe a touch closer. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. A little higher. I expect that to be around 2600 again. That's amazing. The extra spin just holds it so much straighter as well.
Just a little bit. Oh, it actually missed
Oh
spin
no,
on
it missed the
TrackMan
spin.
there.
TrackMan, you're
Oh.
killing us, man. Okay, I'll tell you, that was like 2600 is probably my guess. Like a fraction more than the previous one.
Well, and the big thing I like too is that spin loft number came up almost 2 degrees. with it,
Okay.
too. So
explain to them what that's going to do.
yeah, so in our case here, it's going to increase your spin with it because you're applying more loft to it there. So your attack angle, about the same there. Additional loft, face hanging open a little more.
Yep.
The effective dynamic on the face was a touch more. So
Open,
higher up.
Yeah.
So which is exactly what we were trying to
Okay.
accomplish with
So
it.
remember, we started out, my gamer was like maybe a little low fade. What was it, 9-degree launch. Now we've got it up to the same similar number with a little bit more spin. So we're almost matching it identically, but the ball speed, what did we see in that ball speed there?
Yeah, so you got actually up to 182 in the new one.
I didn't even touch 180 with my own game.
Yeah.
So
Quick 2 mile an hour.
2 miles an hour more than the elite driver. I think that alone is worth making a switch. Okay, I don't know what else to do, but I think we've got it now. There's no more tweaking needed.
Yeah.
I'll obviously see the reps in Europe, and maybe in Dubai early next year they could have another different head option if I don't necessarily settle into this. But for me, right now, this thing is amazing. Callaway Quantum Max, standard head. All you guys are asking for the tour stuff, the fancy this, that. You guys don't need it. Get the standard head, big juicy face. You're gonna hit it much longer and straighter, and you'll be really happy. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a really quick, easy fitting. That new driver is gonna be in the bag ASAP. It's conforming December 1, so most of my videos you'll see on December will have that new driver. I'm gonna hit a few more balls here and then head over to that retreat golf course, play a few holes, but you guys will catch me during the tournament. Luckily, the PGA Tour lets us film during the tournament. DP World Tour, they don't let us, so I'm not sure why. We need to speak to them and get that sorted out, but you're gonna have some exclusive behind the scenes footage during the tournament. Follow me, hopefully I make a bunch of birdies, play really well, and you guys can watch me on TV as well as here on the YouTube channel. Yeah, that was a wonderful round. Glad you guys could see it. European Tour doesn't let us film during tournaments. PGA Tour does. So hopefully those shots are really good. I am excited for tomorrow. I'm playing the tougher course. Obviously the Seaside course is a little bit more difficult. There will be slightly more wind tomorrow, but I'm ready for it. I am stressed, I'm not gonna lie. Everybody thinks we're just, oh, we're machines. We just go out and play the same and we're ready to go, but I'm a little bit antsy. I'm feeling a little bit worried. You got the cut line there, you got the lead on either side, and I'm kind of sandwiched in between right now, so there will be some emotions, there will be some things I'm going to have to work through tomorrow, and doing the mental prep will be good. That's another key feature of this week, that I feel really good mentally. So long may that continue, and let's keep this ball rolling, baby. I wish I had better news for you guys, but well, actually I've got great news. Look at the weather. Weather's great. Ocean's behind me. You know I'm excited by being by the sea, but I had a tough second round. I know you guys saw my words after the first round. I played really well, 7 under. Everyone's, oh yeah, great, let's go. Here we go. Tons of messages from friends and family, and that's the life I choose though. So great first round. I knew it was always going to be a tough second round, as I voiced to you guys after the first round. Everyone thought, hunky-dory, here we go. Dill's back, 7 under. Tougher golf course, a bit of nerves. I didn't execute, had a few bogeys during the second round. I managed to fight back from 3 over par to even par. I had the 9th hole at Seaside to play, just needed a par. Hit a terrible tee shot, made a double bogey. That's the way this game goes. It's terrible, it's not fun, it's rough, it's all of those things built into one. But I'm gonna learn from it, I'm gonna look into it. I know exactly what happened, what caused the swing, so that's good. It's just a matter of learning from that and being able to counter it the next time. Working on the mind, as I've said before in this video, but it's a tough week. There were guys there playing for their livelihood, playing for their careers. I was just filling in a spot really to play a PGA Tour event. I'm a DP World Tour player at the moment, so for me it was just a microcosm of what these tour players, that's their career, that they're trying to get to the PGA Tour next year, and now they're forced to go to the Corn Ferry or lose all their status entirely. So that tournament, this tournament, whatever you want to call it, is a rough one. The mood in the locker room is a little pensive, a little tough. It's not a fun week to attend, to be honest. The weather was great this year, so it made it a whole lot better, but when you add in bad weather, oh man, that is a rough tournament. It is tough, tricky, all those things, but either way, I'm excited to go to South Africa next week. I've got a summer of golf ahead of me in South Africa where I make tons of money, tons of good results, because I'm at home, I play in nice, weather and golf courses that are wide open. I can smash driver, so I'm excited for that. 3 events before Christmas. Middle East in January, February, and then back to South Africa March, April. So tons of good stuff coming. I'm still excited about the channel. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Share it with your friends. Make sure you spread the word. Let everybody know about the channel, and we'll try and get you more in-depth content. If you guys like me chatting about this stuff, about the mental game, about the inside the mind, inside the ropes stuff, let me know, because I can do more of this. I personally find it boring, but it's obviously my career, so I'm into it. But worrying about other people's lives and internal stuff is not really what I'm into. But if you guys find that interesting, let me know. Drop it in the comments, and we'll catch you next time, guys.